Hi, David here from Guitaria Music Tuition, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to discuss the different types of guitar picks and how to hold a guitar pick. So I have here a few different guitar picks. The main difference is the thickness and the size, and some have grips and some have indents. So I'd say a thin pick is roughly between 0.46 of a millimeter to 0.63, for example. So 0.73 of a millimeter to 1 millimeter would be like a medium kind of thickness, and then 1 millimeter plus I would say is quite a firm guitar pick. So it usually says on the pick the thickness. So for example, on this one it says 0.71 millimeters. This one here it says 1.14 millimeters, so that's thicker guitar pick. Sometimes it just doesn't say. So with experience you'll just be able to feel it and know whether it's quite a flexible, bendy, thin guitar pick or whether it's medium or more firm. Sometimes it has a letter on it like H for hard or T for thin. So yeah, sometimes you'll see those terms on the pick as well. So I'd say this is quite a traditional shape for a guitar pick, whereas some, like these ones here, are smaller. Now, the smaller ones probably a bit more suited to more intermediate to advanced guitar players, whereas if you're just starting out, I'd probably just go for a traditional kind of shape size guitar pick. Some guitar picks have quite slippy plastic, which might not be such a big deal if you're just starting out, but if you're progressing and want to advance, then you might want to find a guitar pick which has like a non-slip plastic or even a grip on it. So which guitar pick should you use? Well, if you're just starting out, I'd probably recommend like a medium thickness, so something like 0.73 millimeters or something around that. If you're learning how to strum, I'd probably go for a slightly thinner guitar pick, maybe like a 0.46 or something around that, which just has a bit more flexibility, which will help glide over the strings for when you're strumming chords. Now if you're picking single notes, maybe playing something a bit faster, then I'd probably recommend a firmer guitar pick over 1 millimeters. The reason for this is it doesn't bend as much, so you have more control for when you're picking the string. So when you use a thinner guitar pick, it takes a fraction of a second for it to bend before it actually plays the note. So this can slow you down if you're playing maybe faster rock pieces, for example. But if you're just learning, then I wouldn't worry about this so much. Some guitar picks have indents where you can put your thumb and fingers. Here's one here. This is known as a Rombo pick, that's the brand. Has different indents on it. This one's known as the Jim Dunlop Stubby, and this one has an indent in the middle, both sides, where you can put your finger and your thumb. So when I started learning, I used to use 0.73 millimeter guitar picks, and I found that was a nice all-round guitar pick for most songs. But as I progressed, I went on to 1 millimeter guitar picks and then 2 millimeter guitar picks for more faster and heavier rock songs. So you'll probably find that over time you change what pick you use, your preferences might change depending on what you're playing. I now use these 1.14 millimeter Jim Dunlop Flex guitar picks. So now we've discussed the different types of guitar picks, let's look at how to hold a guitar pick. So there's not a one way fits all approach to holding a guitar pick. When I started learning, I used to hold it like this, my thumb across the guitar pick and then my first and second finger just resting on the other side. So I held it like this for years, no one told me otherwise, and certain famous guitar players that I used to watch, I saw held it like that too, so I thought it's not a bad way of holding it. Nowadays, I sometimes still hold it like that if I'm strumming chords or playing some heavier power chords, but then there's also this way to hold the pick, where it's just your first finger across the pick Again, your thumb on the other side is still across as well. And I tend to hold it like this for more lead guitar playing or some faster playing. I just find it balances the hand a bit better and it's less clunky than holding it with the first and second finger. So I personally alternate how I hold the guitar pick depending on what I'm playing. So sometimes thumb and first and second finger, sometimes just thumb and the first finger across. Everyone has their own opinion. Some people just hold it with the thumb and first finger and they don't change that no matter what they're playing, whether it's strumming chords or fast lead guitar playing or heavier rock playing. It might seem obvious to some of you, but it is the pointy part of the guitar pick that would hit the string, not the more rounded part like this. So just hold it across so the point is pointing down on the string. There are other ways to hold it too. You'll see on YouTube different people saying different ways to hold it, and it's all a matter of opinion and preference at the end of the day. See what feels right for you, and again you might change the way you hold it over time depending on what you're playing. Okay, so one thing I would say is you don't want to hold it too far back. So if you hold it like that, there's more chance you're going to drop the guitar pick. At the same time, you don't want to hold it too close to the tip of the guitar pick because then you might mute the strings. So just leave a little bit of the pick showing, and that way you get more control over the guitar pick. So if you're new to guitar, I hope that's helped give you some knowledge on the types of guitar picks and how to hold a guitar pick. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.